Hey, Grand Rapids, did you know home prices are up over 15% year over year? Well, they are. Welcome to the Grand Rapids, Michigan, Kent County residential real estate market update with data through March 2022. My name is Rodney Constable. I'm a realtor with 616 Realty in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Year over year, home prices are up 15.2% in the Grand Rapids area, with the average home selling for $328,617. 1 year ago, the average home was selling for $285,247. For years, I've heard people saying things like home prices can't continue to go up. Well, when I hear things like that, I think about the input costs to building a home. And some of the major input costs to building a home are land, labor, materials, and regulatory costs. So if somebody thinks that home prices cannot continue to rise in the future, what they're basically saying is that land is going to get cheaper and more plentiful, labor is going to get cheaper and more plentiful, materials are going to get cheaper and more plentiful, and the government's going to make regulatory costs of building a house cheaper and easier. And guys, when we just think about these four input costs, land, labor, materials, and regulatory costs, do we really think that any of these input costs to building a home are going to fall in the future? I doubt it. So if land, labor, materials, and regulatory costs are going to continue to go up, then home prices probably will continue to rise in the future as well. The average home is selling after being on the market for just 16 days. When we compare that to the inventory of unsold homes, we can see that those homes have been on the market for an average of 60 days. What these two data points tell us is that if a home is properly priced, it will sell in a relatively short period of time, right now in just over 2 weeks. However, if a home is not properly priced for its condition, location, and amenities, it will stay on the market for an extended period of time, right now about 2 months. Next, let's take a look at year-to-date new listings versus the same period 1 year ago. So we are looking at the first 3 months of calendar year 2022 compared to the first 3 months of calendar year 2021. And as we can see in this category, we are down 11.41%. Now let's take a look at this information in a numerical format. And what we can see is for the first 3 months of calendar year 2022, there were 1,847 new listings that had come to market in Kent County, compared to 2,085 new listings for the first 3 months of calendar year 2021. This means we're down 238 listings, or 11.41%, compared to where we were just a year ago. And if we go down to calendar year 2016, we can see that we're down 721 new listings, or 28% lower, right? We so far for 2022 through the end of March, we've had 28% fewer listings that have come to market in Kent County compared to where we were in 2016. And you can see in 2016, if you look at the bottom of the chart there, you can see there were 2,568 new listings for the first 3 months of that year. And we've kind of gone backwards as we move up the chart and look at the different years. We've had fewer and fewer listings for a good portion of these years. And calendar year 2021 was the lowest year we had seen over the last 6 years, and now we're adding the 7th year, in this case 2022, and we can see there is even fewer listings. That one data point right there is going to be a major contributing factor to the rapid increase in prices that we've seen over the last few years. Next, let's take a look at year-to-date closed transactions versus the same period 1 year ago. So again, we're looking at the first 3 months of the year, and so far we are down 13% in the closed transaction category. And when we look at this data in a numerical format, we can see that so far for calendar year 2022 through the end of March, we've had 1,507 closed transactions. 1,732 for the first 3 months of 2021. This means we're down 225 transactions, closed transactions, or 13% versus where we were a year ago. And when we again compare where we're at this year versus where we were in 2016 for the first 3 months, we can see the difference of 443 closed transactions. This means we've had 22.72% fewer closed transactions for the first 3 months of the year compared to where we were in 2016. Next, let's take a look at the average months of inventory in Kent County. And in this category, I do have more data available to me, so I'm able to go back to 2013 with this data. But what we can see is so far for the first 3 months of 2022, we're averaging 0.5 months of inventory. That's about 15 plus or minus days. What this inventory number means is that if no new homes were to be listed in the entire county of Kent County, we would be completely sold out of homes in about 15 to 16 days. Guys, that is extremely low inventory. As a matter of fact, if you look through this data, you can see that going clear back to 2013, the highest inventory level that we've had was back in 2014 at 2.3 months of inventory. And guys, that is really low inventory. So why does inventory matter? Well, as we can see here, if you have between 1 and 2 months of inventory, you probably are going to experience double-digit price appreciation on homes. And that is exactly what we have seen for many years here in the Grand Rapids area. If you're running between 3 and 4 months of inventory, you would generally experience single-digit price appreciation. If the inventory built to where you had between 5 and 6 months of inventory, this is more of a normal, balanced, or neutral market where you might experience some price appreciation, but it would more than likely be in the low single digits. And if you're under 5 to 6 months of inventory, this is considered a seller's market, and that's exactly what we have seen for many years here in Grand Rapids. If you're over 6 months of inventory, this is considered a buyer's market. And if your inventory built to between 7 and 8 months, that's when you would most likely experience single-digit price depreciation. And then if the inventory built to 9 months plus, that's when you would likely see double-digit price depreciation. So 7 to 8 months of inventory, single-digit price depreciation, 9 months plus, that's when we start to get into double-digit price depreciation. Are you looking for a realtor you can trust? Would you like to work with a realtor who is knowledgeable, professional, polite, honest, integrable, communicative, and hardworking? If so, look no further. Whether you are looking to sell or buy a home in the Grand Rapids area now or at some point in the future, I will help you make that happen. When you are ready, let me put my decades of sales and business experience to work for you. When you think real estate, think Rodney. I will work quickly to help you achieve your real estate objectives. Call me directly at 616-258-4782 to discuss your situation or to just talk about real estate. Also, don't forget to add my name and contact information under the title of Realtor or Real Estate Agent into your cell phone. This way, the information is instantly available whenever you need it. Thank you for telling your friends, family, and colleagues about me. I appreciate you spreading the word, and I look forward to helping you succeed.